Look up at the evening sky. A single point of light blazes with an unmatched glow. This is Venus, named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. For thousands of years, people gazed at this radiant beacon and saw hope and wonder. Its brightness outshined all other planets and even rivaled the stars themselves. To ancient cultures, Venus was a goddess, a morning and evening star. In Egypt, she was known as the Eye of Isis. For the Maya, Venus timed sacred rituals and battles. Its brilliance inspired myths, poems, and dreams across the world. Even today, Venus dazzles us, a silent jewel above the horizon. Yet, this planet's beauty is only skin deep. The inviting shimmer hides secrets far more sinister than any myth could tell. Venus is a lesson in cosmic illusion. What if the brightest gem in the night sky is also the solar system's greatest nightmare? Venus is always wrapped in thick white clouds. They shine with an innocent light, making the planet look pure and calm. But this cover is a perfect disguise. For centuries, no one knew what lay beneath. Telescopes only revealed swirling mists, hiding the world below. These clouds are not made of water, like those on Earth. They are made of sulfuric acid, a poison that burns skin and metal. The clouds reflect sunlight, making Venus shine so bright. But inside, they trap deadly heat, turning the planet into a pressure cooker. If you could fly through these clouds, you would find a world utterly hostile to life. The clouds block our eyes, but not our curiosity. Scientists wondered, what could be hidden under such an impenetrable shroud? The answer would shock the world. Venus's beauty is a mask. Behind it lurks danger of unimaginable scale. Venus and Earth were born together, almost side by side. Both are rocky planets similar in size and mass. Both orbit the sun at just the right distance to receive warmth and light. For a long time, scientists called Venus Earth's sister planet, or even its twin. But somehow, their fates split. Earth became a world of oceans, forests, and living creatures. Venus turned into a furnace of death. Why did two planets, so alike at birth, become opposites? Some clues lie in their distance from the sun. Venus is just a little closer, about 108 million kilometers away. That small difference changed everything. Over millions of years, Venus's surface grew hotter and hotter. Its story became a warning for us all. Venus is Earth's twin, but a twin twisted by time and fate. The air on Venus is like a monster. Its atmosphere is 90 times heavier than Earth's. To stand on Venus is to feel the weight of a kilometer of ocean pressing down on you. No living thing could survive this crushing force. The air is made mostly of carbon dioxide, with thick clouds of sulfuric acid. There is almost no oxygen. Breathing here is impossible. Your lungs would fill with poison. Metal and glass corrode under the acid rain. Light from the sun struggles to reach the ground. The thick gases block and scatter it. Under these dense clouds, the sky glows a dim yellow. The air is still, heavy, and full of toxic chemicals. Each breath, if you could take one, would be your last. This is not an atmosphere for life. It is a death trap, sealing Venus in a suffocating cocoon. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, even hotter than Mercury, which is closer to the sun. The reason? A runaway greenhouse effect. Sunlight enters, but thick carbon dioxide traps the heat. Venus is a warning of what happens when a greenhouse goes out of control. A furnace that never cools. Imagine plunging through Venus's clouds. Your ship shakes as hurricane-force winds whip by, up to 360 kilometers per hour. The sky is orange, thick with acid. Pressure and heat rise fast, metal creaks, and acid eats at the hull. Finally, you break through the choking mist, reaching a surface where no human could survive. Venus is not just hot, It is a planet shaped by fire. Its surface is covered with volcanoes, more than any other planet in the solar system. Some are small, and some are as large as whole countries. Rivers of ancient lava crisscross the ground. Some scientists believe Venus is still volcanically active today. There may be eruptions happening even now, underneath the thick clouds. When the volcanoes erupt, they send more toxic gas into the air, making the planet even more dangerous. The ground is shaped by these eruptions. There are giant plains of cooled lava, twisted mountains, and strange pancake-shaped domes. The landscape tells a story of endless fire, burning for millions of years. On Venus, volcanoes never sleep. The world is always being remade by molten rock. Venus turns in a way that, honestly, just defies logic. It spins backwards, unlike any other major planet in our solar system. On Venus, the sun actually rises in the west and sets in the east. And get this, a day on Venus is longer than its year. One full rotation takes 243 Earth days. This slow, backward spin is still a mystery. Some scientists think Venus was hit by a giant asteroid long ago, knocking it off balance. Others suggest the thick atmosphere slowed it down over time. Because of this strange rotation, Venus has no real seasons. The planet is locked in a timeless, endless heat. The sky never changes, and nothing breaks the monotony. Time just moves differently here. On Venus, even the dance of day and night has become a nightmare. Venus has crushed almost every visitor we have sent. From the 1960s onward, spacecraft from Earth have tried to land, study, and survive. Most failed before even reaching the surface. Those that did only lasted minutes. The Soviet Venera landers were the first to touch down. They sent back haunting images, flat, broken rocks under a cloudy sky. But even the strongest probes melted and were destroyed by the heat and pressure. Cameras cracked. Electronics died. American and European missions have tried to orbit and scan the planet with radar. They mapped the surface, but never saw it with their own eyes. Each attempt is a struggle against a world designed to defeat us. Venus is a graveyard of machines. It reminds us how small we are in the face of nature's raw power. Once, Venus may have looked much like Earth. Some scientists believe it had oceans of water, perhaps for hundreds of millions of years. Life could have started there, in warm, shallow seas, but something went terribly wrong. As the sun grew brighter, Venus heated up. The water began to evaporate. Water vapor is a powerful greenhouse gas, and it trapped even more heat. The oceans boiled away, and the hydrogen escaped into space. What was left was a thick, toxic atmosphere. Today, no trace of those ancient seas remains. Only dry valleys and ancient riverbeds hint at a lost paradise. Venus is a world that drowned in its own heat. The story of Venus's lost oceans is a story of hope turned to horror. It could have been a second Earth. Instead, it became the solar system's warning. Venus and Earth are cosmic twins, divided by fate. One is a cradle for life, the other, a tomb. Both began the same way, but their small differences led to very different worlds. Earth has water, a gentle atmosphere, and just the right amount of greenhouse gases to keep it warm. Venus has none of these. Its thick air and clouds trap too much heat, turning the planet into a furnace. Venus shows us what can happen when a planet's balance is lost. Even small changes can have huge consequences. As we look at Venus, we see a future that might have been ours. Venus is a mirror, one that reflects not our beauty, but our potential doom. Venus is more than a planet. It is a warning, a glimpse into a possible future. Its beauty is a trap. Beneath the lovely clouds lies the cost of a runaway greenhouse effect. Venus is proof that planets can change, and do so in ways that make life impossible. As humans, we are changing our own world. We release greenhouse gases, warm the planet, and shift the balance that keeps us safe. Venus shows us what happens when that balance is lost. It is a nightmare we must avoid. We study Venus not just to learn about another world, but to protect our own. Its story is a call to action, a reminder that nature is powerful and that our choices matter. Look at Venus and remember, even the brightest star can hide a deadly secret.